Okay. All right. Now that we got this baby, he was screaming. I had to cancel the first live, you guys. I'm sorry. Um, I apologize for that. All right, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it all the way back. Okay. So we're gonna fix our struggling ass credit together. And remember, like I said, the first time mine had got to a 700 credit score, I was so excited that I messed it up. But the good thing about messing it up is you can refix it. And so that is the good thing to fixing your consumer report. Okay, so in part one, you already know that I spoke of receiving your credit report by obtaining your Lexus Nexus and going on annualcreditreport.com to get all three consumer reporting agencies reports. So I spoke on that already. So now that you guys have received that and y'all got that, I wanted to do this live because I wanted it to be in real time. I didn't want to just do a video. This is me in the natural form. I am a mom of 5 children, and I just know how to, I have a lot of education and a lot of knowledge on how to clean your consumer report. That's what we call it, cleaning. So anyway, after you got your Lexus Nexus in all 3 credit reports, now what you're going to do is you're going to start with Lexus Nexus. With Lexus Nexus, you're going to call them. There's nothing you can do online. You're going to call them. It's a 1-800 number. I posted that number in my first video, in the part 1 video. So you're going to call them, and you can always Google them as well. Okay. So when you call Lexus Nexus, you're going to look at your report. When you look at your report, you are going to see what matches up and what does not match. Okay. Your name, your date of birth, your address. If it's not the current address where you live at, that is not your address. It's not your address. This agency has been literally following you since you started credit. And you did not give them permission to do so. And that's the good thing about this. So everything that's on that report is illegal anyway. Now that's Lexus Nexus, okay? So once you get to clearing that up, you call them, you clear it up. Now you're going to take it on over to the major 3 consumer bureaus, which is Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So the reason why you want to fix Lexus Nexus first is because if you don't fix them first, then nothing is going to come off of the other report. You must fix them. And if it does come off, it's 9 times out of 10 is going to report again. So that's why you want to fix them first. A lot of us did not know this. I learned this in 2017. 2017 is when I learned about Lexus Nexus, because I only thought that it was just the 3 main credit bureaus out here. Credit consumer reporting agencies. I'm sorry, because a bureau is a government agency, and the credit companies are not government agencies at all. So let's get that correct. So I need to literally like fix my mouth when I say bureau, because they are not a bureau. They're not a government agency. But anyway, so when I learned that, because things kept coming back onto my consumer report. And I'm like, this is not my stuff. Like, why does it keep coming back on here? Well, that's because Lexus Nexus. I had a bankruptcy that I did not go through, and it was on there. The moment you file bankruptcy, Lexus Nexus is going to find out. And they are the ones that place it on your consumer report. That is the crazy part. And I hate that, right? It's so illegal what they're doing. But they get paid money to do this. They just want to mess your whole life up. I don't know. But anyway, so what they do is, let's say you file bankruptcy, they go through they have a system that they can go look at it. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, federal court does not, when you're filing bankruptcy, federal court does not give third-party permission. They don't tell your business to third-party people. Okay? And they don't even give permission for them to even access the records either. So what you do is, if you have filed bankruptcy, or let's say you filed bankruptcy yesterday and you realize it's on your credit report today, your consumer report today, you just go back up there to the branch where you filed your bankruptcy at, and you ask them for a letter. And the letter is going to state something like, we do not give consumer information to third parties. That is the letter for bankruptcy people. That is the letter that you're going to send to Lexus Nexus. That is the letter you're going to send to the other 3 credit bureaus. But let's get back on track, okay? I just wanted to give y'all an example of what Lexus Nexus does. So that's the example that I gave you. So after you cleared that report up with Lexus Nexus, now you can go ahead and take it to the other 3. really you could do it with Lexus Nexus too, but Lexus Nexus, they are so whatever you say to them, because it's what we say to the reporting agencies. It's not what they say. They don't supposed to determine what can and cannot stay on your consumer report. That's the first part. That is in United States Code 15 US 1692. So, or is it 1635? Anyway, it's in that book, okay? So you supposed to control your report, not them, and the creditors control your report. And this is what I had to realize. And I did not notice until literally 3 years ago. That's when I found it. Or was it 4 years? 4 years ago, that's when I found this out. And it's been working tremendously for me. It's been working absolutely great. So what I do with the other 3 consumer reporting agencies is I take it to the CFPB. All of my complaints are through the CFPB. I don't send the consumer reporting agency a letter. I don't send the company a letter. I just fight it all through the CFPB. And we get our answer through there. The CFPB, the Consumer Financial Bureau, is basically, it's like a court, in my opinion. It's like a court, and they are the mediator. And so this is how I like to do mine, because everything that these companies are doing is literally, it's illegal. It's illegal to contact you. It's illegal without written consent. All of that is literally illegal. So anyway, we're going to fight this through the CFPB. So what you're going to do is you're going to get an identity theft report, because none of those names are yours. You don't even know who those people are. None of those addresses are yours. You don't even know who those people are. None of those phone numbers belong to you. You don't know none of that, right? You don't know any of that. So you're gonna go to the FTC website, and you're gonna get your FTC report, which is your identity theft report. You're gonna attach that with your CFPB complaint. And whatever is pertaining to your situation, that is what you put inside of your CFPB report. Now, if you need more information on this, I do have a video on, it's called Clean Your Credit, the Beneficiary Way. I do have that video. It's on my channel. And it's a 2-hour video. But these videos that I'm doing right now, I'm just breaking it down in layman's term. But on that video, I break every single thing down. So, okay, after you got your addresses, and you're fixing your addresses, and you're fixing your phone number and emails and stuff like that, what you're going to do now is you're going to hit the inquiries. The reason why I hit the inquiries first, I don't know what nobody else do, but I hit the inquiries first, is because I can go to the company, but that inquiry is still going to be on there. So I fix the lightweight stuff first. I go around the block before I go in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like to do. So I get all of the inquiries. So let's say you got about 100 inquiries. Clean that up. When you clean those inquiries up, that's going to bring your credit score up. Literally, maybe 100 points. I'll say 100 points. For me, it was 100 points, because those inquiries, it's like for each inquiry, it bring your report down 100 points, right? So it's going to raise the vibration of your consumer report. Then what you're going to fix after that, now you're going to work on your derogatory, your negative items. You want to work on that. Do not work on no credit card that you are still using. Don't bother that. Don't bother Capital One. Okay? If you're using Capital One or Premier Credit, don't bother them. If you got Amex, and you using it and it's open, do not bother them. I don't know. It's something going around with a lot of people telling them to do 1099Cs and stuff like that. Don't do any of those things. Do not do it. Just work on the negative items on your report. It's going to bring it up. You want to keep the open stuff, because that's what's going to help keep your credit score in good standings. Okay. Do not work on nothing that's in good standing. So if you have a house and you saying, oh, this is identity theft, they're going to come take your house. They're going to come repo your car. You see what I'm saying? Don't do things like that. You done? You finished? No? Okay. So don't do that. Fix on all negative things, okay? So that repo that's on there that's negative, that credit card that's on there that's negative, that don't belong to you. It's in somebody else's name. Not only that, how did y'all get my information? You see what I'm saying? So that's how you start. That's what you do next. So what we did is, in part 1, I told y'all to gather y'all reports. This is part 2. I'm streaming it. And what I'm telling you to do is, you got your report. You call Lexus Nexus. You look what's on that report. That is not your stuff, right? It don't belong to you. None of that. If you have bankruptcy, you already got your letter. You go to federal the federal courthouse. You get your letter stating that they do not report to third-party agencies. You send that to LexisNexis and all three credit bureaus. Credit consumer reporting agencies. And you want to do this through the CFPB. And that's how I get things removed from my consumer report. And that's how my credit score goes up literally in 5 days. And that's just basically what it is. So with that being said, I gave y'all the tea. If you want to go into further details, again, how to clean your credit, how to clean your credit, the beneficiary way is available right now on my YouTube page at The Corby Show, which is here. And you can go and watch that. It's a 2-hour video. I'm thinking about taking that video down and breaking it down because I don't know, people attention spans, but if you want what you want, man, I'm not going to do that, because if you really want it and you really want to fix your credit report, then you're going to listen to it. So that's just how I look at it. People want what they want. But what I'm saying, my method that I'm telling y'all, it works. I don't use 609 letters because, again, 609 letters, they go through the Oscar system. Everybody and their mama is using it. So that's why I do not use it. I just literally use my brain. I read the book and I type it out through the CFPB and I make my complaint. And that's just exactly what I do. Because why not? I'm not using a 609 letter because now it's going to come back verified. I don't have time for that. I want this stuff done in literally 5 days. I don't have time for nothing coming back verified. Now, if the company wants to fight with it, then we're going to fight with it through the CFPB. That's what we're going to do. Period. But you get the book, United States Code, you look up the CFRs, and that's how you fight what you need. So if you have any questions on how to really get into depth, which again, I go into depth on the how to clean your credit the beneficiary way on my page already. It's a 2-hour video. I go into depth. I give everybody the tea there. But if you want to contact me, you can send me an email. And the email is at soulofawoman23@gmail.com. And I do consultations. And that is just how we do things, okay? Because everything is free. I'm giving it to you, the tea right here. So other than that, you got your report. Now it's time for you to work on your stuff, and you're going to work on it through the CFPB. And if you need help, you're going to utilize the CFRs or the United States Code book. And you're going to write what's your situation. You're just going to tell your story. You're going to tell your story. And that's all you're doing through the CFPB. The 609 letters, everybody doing that. That's old news. I don't mess with those at all. It's like everybody doing it. And it's going through the system, and the system knows, oh, here go another 609 letter up. Here go another 609 letter up. Kick it out. Come back verified. And I want to let y'all know something. When you do stuff through the CFPB, it's not a machine that's looking at that. It's an actual person that has to look at that. So that's another thing that people don't know about. When you do the 609 letters, it's going through a machine and going into the trash can. Nobody's looking at that. Nobody is looking at that at all. So yes, clean up any AKAs, clean up all inquiries, do only derogatory, and do all of this through the CFPB. Have only one name, which is your name on your consumer report, your address, updated address on your consumer report, and you're going to have your birthday, your date of birth. I don't have my social security number on my consumer report because I just don't want the world to know that. And what I mean by the world is you have an option. Like I called them and I said, take my social off. I don't need my social seen. And that's just how that goes. So you have that option as well. Other than that, you got your FTC report. This is for people that is identity theft. And I want to let y'all know about identity theft. Did you know that you can literally go to the Social Security office and get a new Social Security number? Yes, you can. It is on their website at ssi.gov. It's going to tell you this is the way you do it. You have an identity theft report. You have identity theft going on. You cannot seem to get your life right because people stole your consumer report. People stole your, they're using your credit. So you just go to Social Security website online. It's going to tell you what to do. And you can do this for DV victims as well. If you're a domestic violence victim, you can also get a new Social Security number. Anybody can get a Social Security number that are domestic violence and that has identity theft. And they literally cannot fix their life because of it. And that's the only way you can change your Social Security number. So I wanted to let you all know that. And you have to go to the Social Security Administrator building and do that personally, in person. Make sure you have your police report. And make sure you have your, that's for domestic violence victims. And make sure you also have your, what you call that, your FTC report for identity theft victims. So, yes, you can change your social security number. It's on their website if you don't believe me. And I want to tell you something. After this is done, I want you to go check that out. And once you check that out, I want you to comment right here and say, you were right. That's all I want. That's all I want to hear. You were right. Because a lot of people don't believe me. And I'm telling them, like, it's right there on the Social Security Administrative website. You can change your Social Security number. So anyway, but it's only for those people. Now, everybody can't do it. I'm just letting you know that now. So with that being said, is you done? Oh, no. You almost done with it. You're almost done with it. So anyway, yes, you can do that. Another gem, I done gave y'all all the gem. This video is going to be up even though I'm streaming it. So if y'all have to come back to it, you are able to do so. It will be up. Remember, Lexus Nexus, free annualcreditreport.com or annualcreditreport.com. And then clean up your name, addresses, inquiries, and then work on derogatories. And you're going to do this through the CFPB. And that's how you're going to raise your credit score in 5 days and get that FTC report. So, all right, y'all. And I'll see y'all in a minute.